Hello, my name's Kirsty and I'm the Head of Safeguarding and Compliance at GBS Limited. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. We will be explaining a bit about who we are, what we do and what you can expect from us when an apprentice enrolls. GBS Limited is based in Chesterfield and we offer a variety of different apprenticeships.
At GBS Limited, our safeguarding and delivery teams have a vast amount of experience in all areas of safeguarding and are equipped with the knowledge and tools to support our apprentices through their learning journey. We have several ways to be contacted, via email, telephone, and also via a QR code to report a safeguarding concern digitally. Concerns can also be passed on to our delivery team, who will refer this to the safeguarding team to support with. When you sign up an apprentice with us, you will receive a health and safety form from one of our business development managers, and they will go through this with you. It asks you to confirm several things, which helps us to ensure the apprentice is safe while working with you. We ask you about basic health and safety protocols in place, such as employers' liability insurance, how you keep up to date with current health and safety legislation, and what risk assessments you carry out for the apprentice. We also ask about incident reporting, first aid facilities, fire processes and PPE. This is all to ensure that apprentices are safe and happy while they are at work with you. Another area we cover with you and your apprentice is prevent and British values. What is prevent? Well, prevent is part of safeguarding. Prevent is one of the 4 elements of Contest, the government's counter-terrorism strategy. It aims to stop people becoming terrorists or supporting terrorism, and something as a training provider we participate in fully. In the same way that support is provided to people at risk of involvement with drugs, gangs or other forms of harm, individuals vulnerable to being groomed into radicalisation can also be helped. What are British values? As a training provider, we have a duty to actively promote the fundamental British values of democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, and mutual respect and tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs. Don't worry if you've not heard of these before. We will be teaching our apprentices all about them and how they can protect themselves and others. You will also receive an employer enrolment pack, which contains a commitment statement. This is a commitment we ask you to sign and acknowledge for off-the-job hours all apprentices are required to have. This gives them the time and space to fulfil their apprenticeship work commitments and also helps them to complete them on time with a successful outcome. The commitment statement also covers learning support details. This informs us of any additional learning support the learner may need. Module breakdown. This is a breakdown of each module the learner will be taught during their apprenticeship. Policy checklist. The checklist is to make sure we have provided you all the relevant policies and that you have read and understood them. There are 3 commitment statements to be signed. First is the apprentice commitment statement, that is agreement that the apprentice will commit to the work requirements and attendance for the apprenticeship. The second statement is for the employer. Some of the key points stated in the agreement are that the employer will agree that the chosen apprenticeship is the most appropriate for the individual. The apprentice will be provided with the right opportunities in their job role to gain the knowledge, skills and behaviours. Provide the apprentice with the appropriate support and supervision to carry out their job role. Acknowledge that the apprenticeship requires at least 20% off-the-job training during the training period with the provider. Agree that the off-the-job training must be completed during working hours. Provide the apprentice with opportunities to practice new skills in the working environment. The third commitment statement is for the provider. This is to state that the provider will commit to finding and making sure the apprentice is eligible for the apprenticeship and the appropriate candidate for the role. Provide the learner with the relevant support and learning materials for the apprenticeship and help the employer to support the apprentice during the entire journey. As part of their enrolment, the apprentice will be asked to complete Maths and English initial assessments to ascertain what levels they are presently working at. They will then undertake diagnostic assessments for Maths and English, which helps identify their strengths and areas for improvement within both subjects. Unless previously achieved, all apprentices are required to complete functional skills Maths and English as part of their apprenticeship. During these assessments and the enrolment process, we screen all apprentices for any SEND requirements they may have. If any SEND requirements are identified, we will work with the apprentices to provide a support plan that support their specific requirements throughout their journey. Once the apprentice has been enrolled, they will attend a generic induction with us. This induction will provide a detailed overview of the apprenticeship, what's involved, and what's expected of them as a learner. The apprentice will then be assigned a trainer and skills coach who will contact them to organise a schedule for their training sessions and ensure they understand exactly what they need to do and when. Throughout the journey, the apprentices have a progress review every 12 weeks with the trainer and ideally yourself or the direct line manager. We need a commitment from you as the employer that their manager will attend these reviews. This process allows you to see what progress is being made, as well as to hear about any problems the apprentice may be facing around the apprenticeship. It also allows you, or the line manager, to provide the apprentice some feedback and have some input in the planning for the next 12-week period. Overall, being fully aware and actively involved in the progress being made, at the same time supporting the next quarterly targets and achievements. Once the learning aspect of the apprenticeship programme is finished, the apprentice will prepare for an Endpoint Assessment, or EPA, and will continue to be supported until this element has commenced. If you have any questions, please do get in touch with us and we will do our best to help.